All right, from here on out, I can barely see you. Even if I was standing right on top of the phone, I couldn't see you. So if you need me, scream out at me. Lay on your back with your feet wide as the mat, knees coming closer together. And place one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly, and start to just breathe against your hands. Just start to open up. So feel free, please, to unmute yourself and talk to me. Anytime, but today in particular. And just start to slow down. Not be stressed out by the fact that, you might not be able to get our Zoom links working all the time. And so it happens. So breathe wide and deep and full. And take just a couple more rounds here. Still embracing the summer, being happy that it's not raining this morning. And we could be together. So make your next inhale a little bit fuller and pause it for a second. So lift up the breath and pause as you expand your arms to like a cactus arm, and then empty the breath. So the arms are kind of elbows lined up with the shoulders, spread your fingers. They can still be relaxed, but just keep the shoulders open. And then begin to rock your knees from side to side, just moving on from one hip to the other. Oh, so important to do these kind of moves. Not just holding, but staying in a little bit of motion. But we will end up holding this in the next one. Come over to your right side. Keep your knees wide for today or for right now. Don't put the foot on the other leg. Just stay in this a little bit more early position for us. And then rotate to the other side, move your feet over to the other side, your knees drop over to the left side or whichever side you're on. Return back to the center, take your knees in towards each other, and wrap your right arm over your left arm, grab the back of your shoulders if you can reach, and pull your arms apart from each other. Open up the arms and switch the cross of the arms, pulling the arms apart. And then open up the arms again to the cactus, walk your feet in closer. Bring the right knee to the chest, bring the left knee to the chest, and then grab around the shins and pull yourself into a small compressed position with your head to your knees, belly to your spine. Breathe in, breathe out. Flex and point, roll the ankle. And then grab a hold of your ankles and start to rock and roll as you come up to sitting, and bring your legs into a comfortable cross-legged position. And when I say cross-legged, I mean come in a little bit closer towards your knees with your heels. And you can place your knees on blocks or your seat on blocks. And bring your hands on top of the knees as you lift and expand the chest on the inhale. Chin to the chest, exhale, round and curl. Inhale, lift yourself up, broaden the collarbones. Exhale, pull the belly in, round and curl. Inhale, lift your chest up. Exhale, round and curl. And take this into some circular motions in either direction. Use your hands to help you stay balanced and to also give you a little bit, perhaps more attention in the move. And then reverse whatever you're doing. Come back to the center. Lift yourself up. Release your hands behind you, fingers anywhere, and lean back, shake it out, and switch the cross of the legs. So go back into feet under the knees as opposed to just crossing the ankles. Lift your chest up again. Inhale, stretch the arms overhead. Let your right arm come down and stretch over the right side. Inhale, come back up and go to the left side. Move all your toys out of the way. Inhale, come up and go to the right side. Exhale. Inhale, come up, go to the left side. Exhale. Inhale, come up, go to the right side and pause. Reach your right arm out. Rotate your torso open. Drive your left hip to the front floor. Inhale, come up and do the same thing on the left side. Go a little bit deeper, rotate a little bit more, keep the right hip grounded to the floor. I said there's no rain, but there's a big dark cloud outside. Inhale, rise all the way up. Hinge forward, exhale, walk your hands forward. Push your hips back, let your head come down between the arms. Just breathe. And then walk your hands back in. Lean back. Shake it out. And come to hands and knees. Hand yourself up if you need it. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Well, let's open up the knees first for a moment. Touch the toes together and sit back into child's pose. Just allow your belly to soften between your thighs. Let your head rest on your hands, on the floor, on a block. 2. And just find some stillness and know that you can always come to this pose during your class. You know, you at home know that. On my Zoom, perhaps. You guys know that, but on my, I should say on my YouTube. Walk 2 hands to the right side. Left hand on top of right. Push your left hip to your heel. Breathe in, breathe out. And then walk over to the other side. Right hand on top of left, right hip pushes back to the heel. Inhale, return to the center, walk your hands forward, empty the breath. And then come up onto your hands and knees once again. Now for real. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips, tuck your toes, dip your belly, arch your back. Round and curl your spine, pull your right knee into your chest. Extend your spine and extend your hip and leg and knee. Exhale, round and curl. Inhale, extend. Exhale, round and curl. Inhale, extend. Exhale, round and curl. Step your right foot in between your hands. There might be a text going on. I'm not sure if anybody sees it. Let them know that there's a new link on the Zoom, on our WhatsApp. Hands under the shoulders. Let's go ahead and grab some blocks if you have them. Place your hands on the blocks. Lift your belly up off the way to your thighs. Top of the foot, shin down. Pull the shoulders back, collarbones broad. Now start to move circles in your hip. So you can straighten the leg and bend it a little bit. You can straighten it a lot and bend it. Just like we did in the cat-cows. Just move in one direction and then move in the other direction. Come back to the center after a few moves in both directions. Keep the top of your back foot on the floor and lift your knee up off the floor. I apologize that I can't be answering these texts. And exhale, lower the knee and straighten the front leg. Do that a couple of times. Go forward and back. I'll see if I can grab that. Breathe in, breathe out. I can't even get to WhatsApp. All right, I can't get to that text. Oh, maybe I can. Okay. All right. Good. And now hold your front position, right knee bent. Place your hands on top of your thigh. Push yourself off of your thigh. So maybe even walk your hands back towards the crease and stretch out the leg from the hip crease. Keep action in your right heel and stretch your arms up overhead. Reach your heart open. Just spread your fingers, spread your collarbones. Keep pressing the left hip forward. One more big breath and find the biggest space you've got. And then empty the breath and reset your right knee on the floor. Hands on the floor under shoulders. Inhale, drop your belly, arch your back. Exhale, round and curl. Bring the left knee to the chest. Inhale, extend the leg, heart, everything extends. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale, or exhale. You can exhale and inhale either way. It depends on which way you want to review these things today. Take it out. And then bring it into your chest and step your left foot forward between your hands. And then place the hands on the blocks to elevate. Bring the right knee back behind you a little further, shoulders back, collarbones broad. Inhale and exhale. Just really sink that right hip down a little bit. And then start to move in circular motions. Reverse that. And then come back to center. I think we did a few straightening of the legs, folding back and forth. Hamstrings release here and there. And last time, we'll just hold the lunge position. Place the top of the right foot on the floor, lift the knee up off the floor just for the moment. Just get a really nice deep stretch there. Lower the knee down, put the hands on top of the thigh, lift your chest up. Now you can come upright to do that, and then see if you can, just walk your hands back to the hip crease and create a little more space with the skin, and then fold back down when you can. Stretch the arms up over your head, spread the arms, spread the fingers, lift the heart, lift the eyes. Belly in, ribs down, stretch and reach as far as you can go. One more big breath. Empty the breath as the hands come down. Good. Step your left knee to your right. Keep the knees wide, toes touch, and go back to child's pose. You can keep your arms on the blocks and elevate them a little bit. And again, breathe across the spaces, shoulder to shoulder, hip to hip, waistline to waistline. Good. On the inhale, come back up to your hands and knees. Tuck your toes underneath you. Walk your hands a little bit forward, lift your hips in the air, and bend your knees into downward facing dog. Widen your legs. Take your feet to the edges of the mat. Widen your knees and let your chest rest towards your thighs, biceps by the ears. Let your head hang down nice and easy. Shift the weight any way from the hands towards the feet. Bring your elbow creases slightly forward. Take a few breaths with a nice bent knee. Look forward, inhale. And then look down, exhale. Walk your hands to your feet, back of the mat, feet are wide. Place your hands on the floor in front of your feet so the knees will probably bend a lot more. Breathe in, breathe out. Walk over to your right side. If you can, grab the ankle or the foot and fold over your right leg. You can stay there or stretch the right arm in the air as you twist. I didn't say anything about the hips. They can sway or they can stay centered. Exhale, fold. Walk over to your left side. Stay with the twist or add a rotation. And again, the hips can move a little bit or they can stay steady. Depends on, just like what you want to get out of it today. Sometimes I tell you not to let the hips move. Come back to center, but we're working a little bit on that hip movement. And then lengthen your spine. And again, now start to sway your hips from side to side. So your hands are supported, your knees are bent. You can make circles out of your hips. It's a little awkward, but you can do that, or just sway side to side. And find yourself in the center. Once again, in a forward fold, head down. Tuck the chin into the chest and slowly rise to the standing position. When you get up to standing, stretch your arms all the way over your head. Reach your arms up. Take the right arm down, reach up and over to the right side. Take your right arm across your body. Inhale, rise up. Lean to the left side, left arm down. Left arm across the body. Inhale, come up. Open the arms, open your chest. Exhale, forward fold. Fingertips out in front of you, inhale. Walk your hands forward. Keep your hips up and back, and then bring your feet underneath your hips. So a little bit closer. Lift up onto your tippy toes, engage your quadricep muscles by pulling the knees up. Look forward, shoulders over wrists, belly is lifted. Tabletop position from head to toe. So in other words, long position, I should say. Bend your knees, now in a tabletop, lower your belly to the floor. Keep your arms by your side, elbows in, top of the foot and shin down on the floor. Inhale, lift your chest up. Lift your hands up. Lift your knees up, not your feet just yet. Feel the engagement of the legs. Now keep that engagement as you lift the legs. You don't have to lift the legs. Reach the arms back behind you, palms facing in. And then grab your hands behind you if you can. Towel or strap works too. Lower the legs, keep the head up, left chest up. Exhale, come down, hands to the chest. Cobra position, move the cobra into an upward facing dog. Top of the foot on the floor, everything else off. Roll over your toes, hips up in the air, downward facing dog. Rise up onto your toes, bend your knees, look forward, walk, step, or jump to the top of your mat. Halfway lift when you get there. Empty the breath, let go. Inhale, lengthen your spine and rise to stand. Bring the arms overhead. Bring the hands to your heart. Bring the arms by your side. So find a position to stand in, feet close or a little bit wider, depending on you. Inhale, stretch your arms overhead. Let's lean to the right side again. Exhale, lean to the right, right arm across. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, lean to the left, left arm across. Inhale, rise up, lift your heart. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, step one foot then the other into plank. Shift forward, empty the breath. Inhale again. Bend the elbows, I'm giving you a little extra breath. And then roll over your toes, upward dog. Roll over your toes, downward dog. Exhale. Stay for a breath. Empty the breath, look forward. Inhale as you step to the top, lengthen your spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up to standing, bring the arms together at your heart. Empty the breath, arms by your side. Inhale, stretch the arms up. Exhale, lean to the right, stretch. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, lean to the left, stretch. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, swan dive. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Now if you think about it, step the other leg back. Step, step, pause and plank, shift forward. Empty the breath, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Take the breath here. Empty it all out. Take the other foot forward, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, press to rise, bring the arms with you. Exhale, send a prayer to your heart, release your arms. Inhale, stretch your arms up. Right arm down, exhale, up and over. Last time. Inhale, come up. Exhale, lean to the left, stretch. Inhale, come up. Exhale, swan dive. Inhale, come up. Exhale, chaturanga. Your way. Skip it if you'd like. Add push-ups if you'd like. Downward dog is where we meet. And we'll stay back here, bring your feet together. Inhale, sweep your right leg high in the sky. Exhale, send it all the way through to the top of your mat. Put your hands on the blocks for a moment. So elevate your chest from your thighs. Back leg is strong, heel over the toes, front leg, knee over the ankles. And we hinge here for a moment. Start to move your hip in circular motion. And your back leg's going to come with you, and then reverse that. And then hold in the center for a lunge. Left hand stays on the floor of the block. Right hand opens up to the right side. Stack your shoulders, hug your hips. Now I want you to hug your hips. Breathe in, breathe out. Firm up your right leg. Firm up your left leg. I don't know, I think I hear thunder. Breathe in, breathe out. I don't like to hear thunder in the morning. One more big breath. Lower the right hand down. Turn your left foot on its side. Put your right hand on the outside of your right foot with a block, any height. Bring your left hand to your back of your left side of your head and open your torso to the left. Right knee is bent. Left leg is firm. Back toes are 10 o'clock on the clock in front of you. Lift your right side waistline up. Look down at your right toes. Inhale, keep your left hand where it is. Rise up, bring both hands behind your head. Turn your right toes to the left, and then turn both heels out. Bend your knees. Sit down, tailbone tucks beneath you. Inhale. Good, lean to the right side, exhale. Inhale to the center. Exhale to the left side. Inhale to the center. Sit a little deeper, exhale. And inhale, stretch the arms up. Turn the toes forward and swan dive in between your two legs. Inhale with a halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold and grab a hold of the outside of your feet. Underneath your feet, you can place your fingers or just, grab where you can. Shift the weight so the hips are over the heels, the head is down. Shake out your tension in your neck, yes and no. Inhale, look forward, release the hands under the shoulders. Exhale, walk around to the front of the space, the right foot comes back, the left foot goes back to the 10 o'clock, right arm is on top of the block one more time. This time the left hand comes up over your head, and then send it, palm turns forward, send it over your head. I like to do an extra little shoulder rotation, but not necessary, and reach your left arm strong over your head, side angle pose. Right knee is bent. Weight is in the right heel, not your right neck and arm and shoulder. So to lighten up your hand, let the weight be in the legs. One more breath. Empty the breath, turn yourself around. Low lunge once again. Step back, high plank. Exhale, chaturanga, or you can go right to dog. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, float your left leg high in the sky. Really high. Get high up on your right toes, get your left leg as high as you can. Exhale, step your left foot to the top of your mat. Hands on the blocks. Just make sure you're not on a tightrope with your back leg. Heel over the toes in your back leg, knee over the ankle in the front leg. And start to make those hip circles. Roll it around a couple of times in one direction. And then reverse that. Hold, breathe, inhale. And exhale. Place your right hand on a block. Left arm opens up to the left side, twist. Find space. Take the tension out of the right side of your body, the right arm, the right shoulder, the right neck. One more breath, just like we just did a few moments ago. Exhale, lower your left hand down. Turn your right foot on its side, have a block on the outside of your left foot. Any height will help. Hug the knee towards the arm, bring your right arm, hand by your head, and open up to the right side. Work at stacking the shoulders. Bend your left knee. Firm up your weight into your left heel, right foot. Breathe in, bottom ribs lift up, one more breath. Look down at your left foot. Good. Keep your hand behind your head, rise up. Turn your left toes to the right, and turn your both toes out to the side. Inhale, bend your knees and sit. Exhale, lean to your left side. Inhale, return to the center. Exhale, lean to your right side. Inhale, return to the center. Drop a little lower. Exhale, rise up, arms up, legs straight, turn the toes forward. This time, it is thundering rise. Palms behind you, knuckles down. Lift your heart. Empty the breath and fold forward. So I guess I shouldn't have said anything about no rain this morning. Shift the weights to the weights in the balls of the feet, head down, shake out your head, yes and no. Get a little release in the back of your body. Empty the breath, release your hands, look forward, inhale. And walk again to the front of your mat. Turn your right toes to the 2 o'clock position. Left hand stays on the block. This time the right arm comes up in the air. Now turn your palm to the front of your space, front of your mat. And then rotate the palm down, shoulders, the thumb goes up. So again, I like to take that little extra Guitar Hero stretch to get a little bit more space. And then keep the weight out of your left hand, keep the weight in your left leg. Breathe in, breathe out, and rotate the torso. Whoa. One more breath. Empty the breath, hands down, turn your face front. Step back, plank chaturanga, or right into down dog, or add push-ups, you choose. Down dog. Feet are together. Chest to the thighs, head between the arms. Inhale, float your right leg up. Exhale, step your right foot through. Inhale, open your right arm to the right side. Exhale, right arm outside the right leg. Take your left arm this time, take it into that straight arm, overhead, side angle. Inhale, rise up. Bring your hands behind your head again, but keep yourself in this warrior position. Lean back with your left elbow towards your left thigh. Straighten your right leg, turn your torso forward and lift your torso up. Or turn your body to the left side and lean to the right side. Inhale, come back to center. Forward fold all the way down. Walk your hands in front of you to a wide-legged dog position. Shift your hips back. Heels to the floor, but knees soft. And just breathe. Walk your hands back onto your shoulders, inhale. Walk around to your right side, exhale. Lower your left knee to the floor. Send it behind your hip. So right knee is forward, left knee is forward. Now you can either just tuck the toes under the back leg or lift the heel up towards the buttocks. Stay there, or stretch the right arm up, back, and around. Grab a hold of the foot. Oh, it's dichotomy because the sun is bright in my eyes, but I hear thunder. Now, kick the foot into your hand as opposed to pulling the heel to your butt for now, and drop through the left hip a little bit more. And then you can open up the right leg like you did in those little hip circles, but hold it in an open position now. Breathe in, breathe out. Come back to the center. Release your left foot. Straighten your right leg and fold. Pull the right hip back and the left hip forward. Couple of breaths. Inhale, rebend the front knee. Tuck your left toes underneath you, vinyasa or skip. Add, you do you. We meet in down dog. Inhale, float your left leg nice and high. Exhale, step the left leg through. Right hand down, open up to the left side twist. Exhale, left hand comes outside the right of the left foot, right foot turns on its side, and take yourself into the side angle position. Rotate your torso up and open. Reach very long from fingertip to toe tip. Keep the left leg bent. Look down. Inhale, rise up. Bring the, I think I did this a little different. Right hand behind your head, right elbow towards the right hip. Straighten your front leg, turn your torso upright, and turn to the left side, bend over the left foot. Inhale, come back to center. Soften the knees, forward fold. Exhale, hands underneath your shoulders. Inhale, lengthen your spine. And now walk your hands in between your legs and turn your fingers away. Pull your chest towards your thighs and put your head down. Anybody wants to go upside down, this is an opportunity for you to do that while we hang in this position. One more breath. Inhale, look forward, hands underneath shoulders. Exhale, come to the front of your space. Lower your right knee. Now you choose. Stay with the toes tucked, or bend the heel towards the buttocks. Take the left arm back behind you. Pull it into your heel into your butt for a moment as you start to open out to the left side, and then push the foot into the hand and open up a little bit more. Breathe. So So getting a little bit deeper into the quads, not an easy place either. One more breath. Good, release your hand and foot carefully, turn back around to the front, and then straighten your left leg. Fold over your left leg, pull the left hip back, right hip forward, inhale. And exhale. Inhale, rebend your front knee. Tuck your right toes underneath you. This time I want you to step to the top of your mat. Halfway lift when you get there. Empty the breath, fold. Press down to rise up to stand, bring the arms with you. And bring the prayer to your heart center. Release your arms by your side, stand tall. Again, feet can be close, feet can be wider. Open up your right hip, heel to ankle, hug your left hip in. Stay there for a moment. Bring your hands to prayer. Keep the weight in the left leg, keep the action in the left leg, and float the right leg off the floor. I recently heard this is called Captain Morgan's pose. Flex your foot. Pull the left hip in, so you're going to elevate your hips a little bit. Take your right foot and place it, not on the floor, but in your inner thigh. Help it with your hands now, if you need to. And then keep hugging the left hip in and up. Tree pose. Or bring your arms overhead. Anywhere you want. The main thing to think about is this left leg, is to keep it strong and active. Breathe. Bring your hands back to prayer. Release your foot and take it forward. Flex the foot. Cross ankle over knee. Open up your right hip, knee. Bend the left knee. Stay as high or as low as you'd like to go. If you'd like to fly, Michelle, I know that's to fly here. Come down, bring, oh my goodness, my balance. Hands to the floor or the blocks. Some of you, again, will choose to fly. If you're gonna fly, put your right foot on your left tricep. Plant your palms, bend your knees, shift your weight forward. I don't fly anymore in this position. I used to. I'm grounded. Take another breath. If your left foot is off the floor, put it back down. Very simply, just allow your right foot to come to the outside of the left foot as you forward fold over your legs. Walk your hands to your right side. Hug your hips to the middle. You might get further, you might not get so far. It's okay. Inhale, come back to center. Now you might have to shimmy your feet back towards the middle of the mat a little bit. Float your left leg in the air. Keep your right hand down and turn over to your left side. Left arm comes up in the air, twist. I know it's a lot going on this one little segment of our class here. So half moon pose, beautiful strawberry full moon last night. Amazing moon. Hug your right hip into the center. And this is one half of it. One more breath. You look down, you look up. Find your placement, find your balance. It's such a pretty pose. One more breath. Lower the left hand. Square your hips. Point your left foot back. Level out your hips and take your left foot to your right foot. Forward fold, let it go. Press down to rise up, stand all the way up. Hands to your heart center. Exhale. You can keep your hands at your heart. Shift the weight to your right leg and lift your left heel. Just start right there. Just start to notice how much work has to go into the right leg here. Then open up your hip. Still active in the right leg. That's not going to change for a long time. Lift your left leg up. Captain Morgan. Not a yoga, Captain Morgan asana. And then allow your hand to help you guide the left foot up, above, or below the knee, or just fall over like a tree like me. So, it's okay if you fall. You know, there are days that we're rooted and grounded and days that we move. Anything with your hands. The main thing again, keep the right hip Really active. Good, Karen. Nice, Laura. All right, good job, guys. Michelle. Bring your hands back to prayer. I'll just keep my foot here for now. Release the leg. Turn the knee forward, flex the foot. Cross ankle over knee. This is fine. I mean, this is fine. But you can stay here. Or if you want a little more, begin to bend your right knee. Come down a little bit lower, perhaps. Maybe the hands touch the floor of the blocks. And again, if you fly, hook the left foot on the right tricep. Walk your hands forward. Shift your weight distribution to your hands so the back leg will float off. It's, I don't know, is it geometry? It's science. It's pure, it's that where you shift your weight in your fulcrum thing. How you get off the floor or not. If your right leg is off, bring it back. And then slowly just release your left foot outside your right leg and fold over. Walk your hands to the left side. Hug your hips to the midline. Breathe in, breathe out. And then return to the center. If you need to shimmy your legs more centered, that's okay, go ahead. And then float the right leg behind you. Left arm stays on the floor. Right arm, right leg open to the right side. Lift up. Hug your left hip in. Lengthen your right leg out. Open your right arm, chest. Balance, look down, look up, wherever it takes you today. Stretch in all directions. Take another 2 breaths. Creating the second half of our moon for our strawberry moon this month. And then lower your right hand to the floor, square your hips. Bring your feet together, forward fold, exhale. Inhale, rise to stand, bring your arms overhead. Come to the top of your mat if you're not there, prayer to the heart. Release your arms down. Inhale, float the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Okay, now keep the weight moving to the right hand as you turn your body to the left side, side plank position. Option to take your left leg back into tree above or below the knee. But what's going to happen is gravity and the body weight is going to sink the right hip to the floor, so keep lifting the right hip up. You could have your feet staggered. You could even have your bottom knee to the floor. All right, so anything that you're doing for another breath. Empty the breath, left hand down. With or without the tree, foot in tree, come to plank. Release the foot to plank and just shift into down dog. Chest and thighs, heels pressed towards the floor. Energize your arms. Inhale, turn onto your left side. Stack your feet or stagger or bend the bottom knee. Option to lift the leg anywhere or put it in a tree. And then you really got to think about the bottom hip not collapsing. Certainly don't collapse into your shoulders. Lift the bottom hip up. So you really got to find some action in that outside of the body, left side of the body. Any variations? If you're in tree and you want to try this, keep the foot in tree, right arm down, you're in tree plank, and then take it through to downward facing dog. Good. Come high on your toes and bend your knees, look forward. Walk or jump to sit on the floor. Bring your feet through. Okay. Straighten your left leg out and put your right foot back in tree. Take your left foot a little bit to the left diagonal. So right foot in tree, body towards the left side. Inhale. Walk your fingers forward, exhale. Keep walking your fingers forward. Try to keep your spine long. Use a strap or towel if you'd like. We're not looking to put our head on our knee or reach our head to our toes. We're just getting a little bit of movement and keeping the spine nice and long for a moment. Put your left hand on the inside of the left foot or a block, or grab your big toes and open up your right arm. Up and overhead. So remember that side angle pose that we did? Same idea. Only we don't have a, knee in front of us. So now I like to use my left hand. You could also have a block on the floor. I like to use my left hand against my left leg inside to help me open up the chest, shoulders, and then stretch. Keep the right hip pressing down. Big breaths. Empty the breath, come up, right hand behind your back, lift your hips up, open up. Come back down, turn it around, just do a little counter twist. Come back to the center, take your right leg out in front of you, bring the left leg in. Foot against the inner thigh. Take your right leg a little bit out to the right side. Walk your hands down and fold over your right leg. Good. Inhale. Keep the spine long. Exhale. Good time for a little water break. One more breath. Long, long spine. And then the right hand's going to come inside of the right leg on the floor, on the block, or your big toe grip. Again, I like to push my arm and leg against each other. Now open the left side up. And float up and over. So it's like side angle pose with a straight leg and you're sitting on the floor. Use your arm against your leg for the leverage to open up a little bit more. One more breath. Inhale, rise up, left hand behind you, lift your hips up, push your hips forward. And empty the breath, come down. Turn yourself around, both legs out, keep them about the width of the mat, the short edge of your mat. Sit up tall and walk your hands forward, keep your spine long. Inhale. And exhale, walk a little bit more forward. Go walking forward until you are at the extreme point where you feel like either, I've got to round my back to get any further, or it's enough. Your body's, it's smart, it will tell you. You just got to listen to it. Some of you might even grab your big toes. And again, some of you make it a little further down, a lot further than me. Down between your two legs, that's great. Just keep the spine long. Now, hold on and lift your chest a little bit higher. If you're holding into anything, let it go slowly. Come up to sitting, arms out in front of you. Pull the belly into your spine. Round your back. Energize your legs to go down. Keep your heels digging in. Keep your quadriceps active. It's a little hard. I'm on a sliding floor right here. So lower back, middle back, into upper back, all the way down on the floor. Take your right ankle above your left knee. We did this standing. Not on your knee, above it. Maybe for some below it. Bend your left knee, but put the foot on the floor. Take the right hand and press the right leg away. Left arm can be out to the side. Now, take your body to the left side and put your right foot on the floor. So the knee is up to the sky. Take your left hand and press the leg away from you. So we're not in a spinal twist. The right foot is on the floor, the knee is pointing up. Now the right arm goes out to the side. I promise you a spinal twist. Use the hand to get that space, that hip crease, open a little bit more between the hip and the thigh. One more breath. Then bring your right knee over into a spinal twist. Breathe in, breathe out. Any variations? Bring the knees closer, bring the knees further, bring them higher, bring them lower. Double wrap, single wrap, or just where your body landed. Good. Return to the center, uncross the legs. Draw both knees to the chest, flex your feet. Actually, let's not use our hands. Make a happy baby without your hands. So the knees go on the outside of the ribs, the feet towards the ceiling, belly and ribs down. Breathe in and breathe out. Notice how much more effort you get when your hands assist you, so use your body, it's okay. Pretty good. One more breath as you start to lower the legs back to the floor, the width of the mat. Exhale. Let the hips just lay open. And then you can bring the right leg a little closer if you'd like. Left ankle above or below the knee. Or even on the inside like tree, like we did earlier. Bend your right knee, keep the foot on the floor. Take your left hand to the inside of the left foot and assist it open. I was going to say nudge, but it's really not a nudge, it's an assistant. Creating some space in that hip crease. Keep pressing your right hip down. It's going to want to lean over to the left side. Now release the hand, put the left foot on the floor, knee points to the ceiling. Right hand pushes the knee or the thigh away. Again, opening up that little space here. You may get a lot of movement, you may get a little bit of movement, you might not get anything. And then release the arm and take it to the twist. Feel the stretch all the way on the outside of the hip. Like when we did that standing cross-legged forward fold and we walked over to one side. You might not remember it before we went into half moon. It was only a few minutes ago, it really was today. One more breath. Uncross the legs, come back to center. Happy baby, no hands. Then take your hands and take a hold of the big peace finger grip on the big toe. Draw the knees down a little bit closer and extend your legs out into a straddle. If you can, hold on to your toes and straddle. Guess what? Let go. Hold anything but your knees. And then bring the soles of the feet together on the floor. Take your hands on the inside of your thighs and roll the hip open. Draw your knees together. One time bridge. Let's do it as a restorative bridge today. So take your block if you have one. Lift your hips up. Let's put it on a small height. Let your hips rest on the block. Soften your glutes. Let your body weight settle onto the block. And then begin to walk your feet out in front of you. If being on the block is too extreme for you, then just remove it. Soften your glutes. Again, you don't need to grip onto the glutes to stay on the block. Just let your body weight settle onto it. Let gravity push you down there. Release the breath, bend the knees. You can stay on the block, or you can move it off to the side. If you came off the block, just give your knees a hug, maybe another spinal twist. If you're staying on the block, stay on it for the final pose. And if you're not on the block, begin to bring your legs back out in front of you. Let your hips splay open, let your arms come down by your side. Palms facing up. Close your eyes for a few moments. Give your body and yourself the time to let go. those of you at home, stay strong, stay fit, stay